Zohar, parashat Pekude, ליום revihi. Batar Desayem. So once you finish, we're talking about what? About finishing the Amidah. Right? So right after the Amidah, Kaim Ragloi, Yoda al Chavoi. So he's standing up on his legs, right? And he's doing the Tachanunim. Right? And the Tachanunim. Right? He to confess. Right? Begin dila yehe pitcha de puma le sitra achacha le astaa le. So not lo ye. So it won't be a possibility for the accusator, right, to come and say bad things about him. Because as soon as he finished the Amidah, that he reached such high levels, already he's confessing. You know, and he bends down and he does all this tachanunim. And then he is blessed directly by the king. What does that mean? That means that's the moment when we do tachanunim is to receive the shefa, to receive the abundance. Right? So and this comes out when we say the shalosh esrei midot, when we say Amona Amona Erachum v'Chalul, we say that. Okay, this is a moment where the abundance is coming. He says, well, because he says this 13 midot correspond to 13 origins of the abundance. And happy is the lot of the one that knows how to sanctify himself with this tefillah. And he knows how to make the kesharim, to attach everything together, and to do what we call the yichudim. Yichudim is to attach different names together. And he has the kavanah, the concentration, as he needs, so he won't go to the right or not to the left. And his tefillah will not come back empty, with no answer. He's the one that decides, and he's the one that annuls whatever, he's the one that decides. As it is written in Mishlei, Yismach avicha v'emecha v'tagel oladecha itlechulka be'almadenu be'almadate. Your father and your mother will rejoice, and also your descendants. And this person has a part in this world and the world to come. Ketiv, v'takom be'od laila v'tenteref levita v'chok l'naroteh. Ma'u ribuya de'berkat nukdusha v'tosefet kusha de'kanetala. We're talking about what? This is the Mishlei, the one that we say in Eshet Chayil, right, in Friday night. She comes, like she wakes up during the night, and she gives what is needed to her house and what the part of her children. In other words, she nourishes, right? From what? This midah that we're talking about is the malchut. Right, the malchut, which divides, if you want, the shefa, the abundance, and gives to each one his share. Like you would say, during the night, you will share your shalal. You pray like in
booty, it's called.
Booty?
Yes.
Okay.
It means like think that you captured more.
Yeah, that's right. Like you pray. Do you pray that you got, then you share it, then you. If you got hulka lechola, then when you share to each one, afilu lesitcha achara hulka b'choda, even the negative side also gets your part. What do we mean that even the negative side gets its part? Because this is a big, big secret of the emunah. יחוקה דסתך חרא מסעבה, כל אינו חובין וכל אינו חטאים דאהו ברנש, כאשר קישין דיחודה, יתוודע עליהו. This part that the negative side get, it says all the avonot, right? All the avonot that were done. And because what happens? Man comes and he does the tachanun, right? And when he does the tachanun, he says about all his, his avonot, all his sins. And when he says about all his sins, and then he regrets. He says, all this go to this negative side. Okay? And this part that the negative side takes, you see, there's an effect, like it comes to purify. So when it comes to purify, so whatever is left, like, you see, goes to the negative side. So she also gets its part. And if he does not confess, then the accuser will come and has power on him. But if he does confess on all his sins in this tefillah, we're talking about the tefillah of the tachanun, right? And he does all this, what we said, the kisharim, all this attachment with the higher names, to attach what is up and what is here. From this part, this things that he's saying, right, that he did, all this avonot, this goes, the sitcha takes its part, something else, eh? See? Mm-hmm. Just the fact of saying, well, this negative, she has a part to say, oh, you see, he did this belongs to me. Razadar, Sair, and the secret of this, we know is the Seir, right? The Seir, how do we say that in English? The book.
The goat.
The goat, exactly. When they had two goats, right? ביום הכיפורים. ידכתיב, ויתוודע עליו את כל העוונות וגומר. ויכתיב ונשא השעיר וגומר. דאו חוקי, ועבדי ועשנתה. Because it was two, right? Two. So one was for the Kedusha, and the other one, the Kohen HaGadol, had to confess all the sins, right? And then he will send it. He said, why does he send it? For who? So this should be the part of the negative side. You see? So the fact of confessing the sins and just saying it, okay, it gets its part. This is something really very difficult to understand, like why we have to give it its part. I mean, there's a reason, but it's not that clear. And one man came and begged teshuvah about all his sin. And I know he says, it says here, if man comes and does again all these sins, right? He says, what happened? He says, then again, the negative side comes and takes part in all these sins. And then the negative side is like reinforced, right? They can even accuse him even more because it's reinforced by his own sins. And but does the power of the person confesses, right? Especially in this tefillah of Nefilat Apayim, then the negative side takes whatever he wants to take and he leaves him alone. And this is also the sod of the korban, right? kol chovo v'cheteu, because he had to confess, right, on the korban, when he used to bring it, he had to confess all his sins on this particular korban. You want to give the part to the negative side, right? And then the korban will be burned to purify him. So we see that there's always the idea of confessing, and this idea of confessing is to be left alone. That's exactly what it is. Because this accusator always wants to accuse, and once you give him his part, then he leaves you alone. Amen.